Well, I got curious enough about that Aafia Siddiui case that I actually pulled up the case files from this because there was so much conflicting information. And, what I'm seeing here is she had several things in her possession at the time of arrest, including handwritten notes about a mass casualty attack, listing specific places like the Empire State Building, Statue of Liberty, Wall Street, notes of dirty bombs and chemical weapons, discussing the mortality rates, talking about different ways to attack enemies like the United States. And I never thought I would need to say this, but of course I denounced the hostage taking. And a lot of the stuff I was saying still is true. In fact, my story got pulled into some overseas conversations, and it was like a battleground of extremists. And I got maybe a taste of what it would be like to be a Muslim American because, I was getting all these hateful comments from someone who literally hates every Muslim in the world. And this was some sort of extreme Jewish person, I think. It was like sitting on the border of Israel and Palestine, and let's hope we can always keep that kind of extremism out of America. It's a lesson that extremism can come from any religion. And never forget that every religion has the golden rule as one of its central teachings. And in my song, The Golden Rule, it says, you can tell the fakes, but they break the golden rule. It means if you're ever in a church, a synagogue, or a mosque, and you hear the leader preaching hate, talking about violence, even if it's something as mild as supporting Trump or not wearing a mask, the best thing to do is walk right out, find another place to worship. That's exactly what our foreign enemies who control the news at Fox News want us to do. They want us to be locked up in these eternal fights of black versus white, Muslim versus Christian versus Jew, on and on. And while I might have dropped this story, I won't be afraid to stick up for someone no matter what their religion is. And it doesn't change the fact that America has done some really terrible things in our Islamophobia. Case in point, Abu Ghraib, the waterboarding in Guantanamo Bay. That Islamophobia left a scar on the American history. And it also doesn't change the fact that Christian extremism has now killed around 600,000 people in America as they spread the anti-mask, anti-vax misinformation compared to the few thousand in 911. And it still doesn't change the possibility that the part about this 90-pound girl being such a threat to 6 armed soldiers